Okay, I came across interesting article about the top 10 happiest countries on earth. According to the UN, it's released recently. The United Nations recently released their annual World Happiness Report, which included their list of the world top 10 happiest countries. A few of the factors that contributed to a country making the list were the people living there had strong social support, robust communities, where citizens felt they could have trust their government, and whether they lived in freedom. The United States did not make the list, Canada did. According to the United Nations, the 10 happiest countries in 2019 are Finland, Denmark, Norway, Iceland, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Sweden, New Zealand, Canada, and Austria. Among those paying attention to the list are people passionate about travel, since it allows that not only would it be happiness-inducing to live in such a country, but also to travel to one. According to Travel Jew senior editor Gabe Segri, travel to the countries that made the top 10 allows us to tap into some of the pervasive factors that seem to make everyday life their happy proportion. A sense of community that comes from social support, the joys that come from increased generosity among citizens, and the overall happiness of people who lead the healthy lifestyle. Interestingly, Travel Jew has found that spontaneous travel itself is actually directly tied to the happiness. That's right. Apparently, people who take spontaneous trips have more fun than those who take non-spontaneous trips. According to Travel Jew, 34% of people engaging in non-spontaneous religious travel plan the trips agree they are happy most of the time, whereas 49% of spontaneous leisure travelers reported joy. That said, even if you are on a planned trip, evidence shows it'll still lift your spirits. Studies repeatedly demonstrate that traveling leads to happiness because it exposes you to novel situations, which spikes your dopamine, allows you to learn about yourself, self-discovery, and helps you build resilience since travel so often involves overcoming challenges in unfamiliar environment. In other words, there is nothing quite like having no cell reception in a remote area of country where you don't speak the language to help you get creative and learn that you really are resourceful. There's also a sense of peace that comes from learning you can depend on yourself and the random helpfulness of life, even if that means riding in the back of the pickup truck with a bunch of chickens as your travel companions. In 2018, the travel and tourism industry contributed a staggering $8.8 trillion to the global economy. Unbelievably, travel and tourism also account for 1 in 10 of all jobs around the world. So when you travel, not only do you become a better version of yourself, you contribute pretty significantly to the local economy. Looking to contribute by touring, especially happy destination, according to the list, a good bet is to take a spontaneous trip to Scandinavia. 4 of the 10 countries are there. There are some creative Scandinavian summer cruise. Other spontaneous ideas if you live in the US, grab a few friends and go on an adventurous road trip through whatever part of Canada is closest to your state. Canada has gorgeous national parks, beautiful, safe, clean cities, and population that's polite and welcoming. Several airlines also offer low-cost airfare to Iceland, which is on the list. And if you are on the east coast of the US, a spontaneous trip there is realistic, given how close it is. Among other wonders, you can take a Game of Thrones tour of the country, including one where you can relive the wildling invasion south of the wall. Okay, pack lights. All you really need is a journal to record your joy. Not all who wander are lost. Okay, this is it about these articles. According to World Happiness Report, the top 10 happiest countries are, as you see, well, Finland to Australia. Okay, wow. To this survey, three factors are involved: social support by community, trust to their government, and living in freedom. Unfortunately, neither US nor Korea didn't make the list. The funny thing that I found while reading, travel-inducing comment came out for no reason. Right after releasing top 10 countries, and then suddenly the mood is changed and progressed the rest of them as if I am reading a brochure of a travel agency encouraging reader to go on a trip. Especially spontaneous travel to Scandinavia gives travelers to have more fun. Well, that's a hilarious moment. Yeah. But basically, I am certain and strongly agree that traveling leads to happiness, because it exposes you to novel situation and allow you to learn about yourself. However, you are exposed to unknown circumstances frequently. It will have more possibility to occur some, security issues. Well, I don't blame reporters and writers on this news, but you should have thoroughly researched and contained more factors how they are correlated to happiness index. I hope you guys take these top 10 countries as your tour bucket list. Go on a trip for them. That's it today. Please leave your comment if you got it. Thank you for listening. Take care.